You guys, what's up? What's good? Yes, it's your boy Daki, spelled D-L-K-I-E-E. I have it in the studio, Paul. What's good?
Awesome. How far are my people? What's populating? What's going? What's
Our Kajat guys.
Hope you guys are Kajat anyways. Good to see you guys again.
Anyways, I want to say a big thank you to you guys. We really love you guys. You guys are amazing. We don't know how much you guys love us. Like, we see what you guys do and really seen everything. It's really mind blowing, and we can actually beat our chest to say you really love us, and we don't take that for granted. We love you guys so much. Straight up today, we have WIZKID. WIZKID at the point we saw where his main Lagos Deluxe album joined the gang. So we have this kind of gang who have crossed about 600 million streams on Spotify. Burna Boy is on 660, CK is up there with 600. WIZKID has just joined them with his Deluxe album with about 600 million streams on Spotify. Burna Boy did that in less than, with his album Made in Lagos. Now, you know, this is because of a comparison, yeah? Burna Boy did that in less than 1 year from his Made in Lagos. I mean, from the Love That Minute project. WIZKID is doing that with his Made in Lagos. It's years. I mean, is there a statement around that? Is there a question around that? Should there be a pause around that?
Well, the truth of the matter is, I mean, a big respect to Wiz, big respect to Burna, big respect to everybody who's chatting and actually crossing thousands and thousands and millions and millions and almost getting to a B, you know.
Close to
so that's actually magnificent, and that's also like, you know, credence to the culture and how much it has grown and, you know, how we are evolving. Yeah. Now, whether it is you know, I don't like to be too political. I don't like to be too safe, but then again, you no matter how person waka reach, so far me the person reach where they go.
Which way you go?
So even if it takes 3 months, 5 years, but is it achieving success? Absolutely. Now, but let's come to the crux of the issue. Now, Love That Mini project was actually amazing, and the time that the project dropped, there was a serious, heavy buzz, you know, on Burna, in terms of even in the local space and the international space. Yeah. So there was this expectation of, we really want to see what the Love That Mini will do, what the project is going to like embody, and how it's going to like pop, because of his previous antecedents. Yeah. So there was this crazy expectation on the Love That Mini project, and then interestingly, it did not really like dash a lot of people's hopes. So it still like was a project that was decent enough for people to really like it, and then, you know, stream, and of course we saw the numbers. But the MIL project, Made in Lagos project, has obviously been in the conversation for a long time. Yeah. It has continued to stay in conversation,
stay in chat, and
it will stay in conversations for the next 2 years, except that WIZKID just transfigurates, you know.
That album is
so that album is a very, very decent project. Let's not undermine the success that the album has reached and continues to still progress, because there's a continuity with WIZKID. The MIL project crossing over 600 right now.
Yeah.
The deluxe project just crossing over 600 right now is also like testament to the fact that that body of work is a living work.
True. Still living though.
So who they stream on August?
Ask me. Anyway, you know, this just reminds me of Rema's statement. Rema actually came out to say at a point, he said, it's not about 2 first do one.
You get
say all of us could do one. So now if first reach 1 billion,
you get me.
Congratulations. I go reach 1 billion too. I will get there. That's just the point. Just like you said, that's just like the major goal.
Absolutely.
And yeah, over the weekend, so for WIZKID, yeah, it's looking like WIZKID is staying too much in Nigeria, because it's been there for like almost a month.
Yeah.
I saw over the weekend yesterday. He went to Ramajago store.
Jago?
You know, it's amazing. Yeah. It was going around, picking cabs, cars were falling. He was only picking them, we were walking around. And then the album was like, all the medium stuff you have, send them to me. I'll pay everything.
Bruh.
You know, instead of selecting, no, all the medium stuff you have, because obviously, if you're not happy, you wear medium.
Bro, when I saw the video, I'm like, WIZKID is just doing WIZKID things. Right? Like, how do you come to a point where you be like, you know what? I don't tire. See, everything, all the medium.
And it's not the thing that there are some who will not wear. There are some who will not like.
Obviously.
But just the same with the stress of walking around. We saw him and the crowd. Maria was with him. A lot of guys actually told me, and I was like, no, everything you have, just send them. I'll pay. And then he walked out and he was giving us the fans and everything.
I mean, that was really like, it was good to see on cam. and that just really like exemplifies who WIZKID is. There are a lot of things we don't see, but I mean, we're just privileged to see that one side of WIZKID, and that's how he is. He's a cool guy. He just minds his business. He's one guy that doesn't really like to, be in the media for negative reasons, but sometimes because of how big a star you are, certain things will just attract themselves to you,
True.
the negative and the positive. And then seeing that video yesterday, and also how he's supporting people now, which I think that is quite one or two. You get what I mean? But Raman Jago is a friend to literally everybody in the industry. So supporting and doing all that for Raman is something that that's very warming. So that video is just Wiz being Wiz and just doing Wiz things.
And then just so you know, I'm about to open my own store. Hopefully the video comes and buy all the lunches. all the lunch stuff I have. But anyways, like I said, WIZKID has been in Nigeria for like a while, and a lot of persons have been having like conversations like, okay, the Wiz we know by now, Baba for don japa, going back and everything. But then he's been doing one or two stuff and everything, and people actually now seen reading meanings to a lot of that. Before we won't get there, we saw where he actually came out to announce that on the 29th of this month, and that's about Thursday. Yeah, Thursday. Money and Love Project is going to be out. The video is going to be out, and so it talks about so for WIZKID, I think for this month they have sampled about 2 videos. We saw when he did the flower part, and now he's doing the Money and Love. Are you seeing a bit of confusion? Because if you are quite there with people are saying, are you pushing Flower Partners, which was a worthy song to push,
right? And
now he's doing a video for Money and Love. Do you think he's a bit saying, I won't push Flower Part, but let's say no more come back to Money and Love?
Well, I wouldn't really call it the confusion. Like, I always say on this, on this show and, on set that we don't have the statistics. We don't have the back end. We don't have access to the back end. The team does. So they should know what, should be obtainable, like, in the seasons that we are. Given the fact that there is also, like, a madness coming from different artists. David is also still dropping. So there's also, like, different conversations around this kind of, this kind of move. But I don't think it's when it might be a subtle confusion, because sometimes you really need to, like, there is this inconsistency with Wiz that people have been talking about in terms of, oh, I dropped something today and then all of a sudden we don't get to hear anything, and there's no explanation for it. And tomorrow then he pops out, he says, oh, I want to drop another project, and then he says, okay, maybe for example April 17th, everybody will watch. Nothing will happen. That kind of thing. So I hope that actually tries to, like, pedal down a bit and then stops, so that people can actually trust him more, that when he says he's going to do something. Because that video now, if you just wake up now and talk, say, drop him again.
Oh God.
And there's nothing anybody can do about it.
Nothing.
So I don't feel like it's confusion. I feel like it's his continuous cockiness, and it works for him. Because at the end of the day, whether or not you like it, anytime he decides to drop the video, anytime he decides to drop another project, you guys are still going to come. We are still going to consume. We're loyal fans. Get where they go. So he already understands that, and then of course that's what he's riding on.
Anyways, in case you don't know, 29th is 2 days to when Davido is going to drop his project. So with people really stream down, because there are talks about Davido dropping with the video too. So who will really stream the WIZKID though? Maybe that's why it's risky.
We'll see.
Well, anyways, I'm moving on. Like I said, they've been buzzed about WIZKID being in Nigeria for a whole lot. People asking questions, what exactly is WIZKID up to? And then people are now drawing the lines and they're connecting the dots together. And the point we saw where he came through with Abracadabra remix with Rexxie, and it was an amazing time we had. Though some person really have their own thoughts about the song, saying it was not an important remix. But whatever it is, for Rexxie, that was a big deal for him at the time. And then we saw it over the weekend where they were also shooting the videos for that one. So Skibby, we saw Rexxie and Naramali in a space shooting the video for that one. And people are like, okay, let's watch what it was all about. At the same time, we saw WIZKID and Victony in same space, listening to the Soweto thingy, which was not the remix. So people are now like, okay, is there like a different song from you guys? Still on WIZKID's. That's still WIZKID being in the country and everything. Now we're seeing WIZKID, I don't know what farms in, but we're seeing WIZKID all, putting the balls or endorsing, Odumodu Black. Yeah. So from Picanto to, Declan Rice. Yeah. And then that's created a buzz around him, and that's like the new big thing in the country. Right. Industry now. What exactly is WIZKID up to at the moment? Like, the fact that you're in the country is suspicious, because you don't stay this long. Now you're not in the country and you're doing what you don't normally do. You're coming out for other artists that normally they won't probably have access to you, but now everybody's seeing you and getting access to you and everything. Are you seeing anything to that?
Well, there's also like a pattern, because sometimes I always say this thing that you cannot satisfy people. Human beings are insatiable. WIZKID was away for a while. Everybody started complaining. He's back now. Oh, he's staying too long. So where do you want the man to go, to Morocco? So the truth of the matter is,
Ghana.
I mean, Wiz loves Ghana. He lives in Ghana. Everybody knows that for a fact. And then Lagos is he's never gonna lie about it that Lagos is his home. You get, but right now I feel like there are different reasons why he's here, of course, and then I know that it's gonna be business and work. Of course, now putting people on and posting their stuff and endorsing people, that could also be a factor. It might just be a project hanging around. I remember, like I told you, what if Wiz is around for David?
31st. Wait, but then let me say this thought. What do you think will happen if we post the project?
Well,
remember, it's David. This is not Victony. This is not one upcoming artist.
So 5G will stop working, and Lagos is going to be honest. It's just going to be like somebody won the election, because Davido fans will just faint. WIZKID fans will just faint, because that's not something that anybody would expect.
True.
But I wish that could be like a joker that could just maybe that's why WIZKID is around. So I pretty much think maybe WIZKID is around for David. We just support maybe that day. We just see something phenomenal, like I said, let's just watch and see.
Let's watch and see. Anyway, just so you know, I don't know, but I think I'll ask the fans after I'll finish the show. But then, are you seeing WIZKID trying to have like because I saw a tweet from someone saying, talking about he's trying to come back home now, because it's as though the international space is really not, because he tried that with the Mall of Let's You Go projects, and really like it's not working. So he's trying to come back to recruit these guys and push on that project. Do you think there's truth to that? Or it just banned from fans?
I mean, like we always say, like fans have access to their keypads and have access to their phones and have access to data, so they can't really say anything. You can't really fault them. They are the fans. They're the ones who keep the conversations going and buzzing. But I don't think there's any malicious intent to it at all.
It's just love.
It's just love.
Anyways, probably saying that is just love from WIZKID. But then I was going to ask you guys something. For Davido, we know he's doing his US tour. I mean, his US show. I don't call it a tour, but that's like 1,000 plus capacity. So his US show is happening on the 2nd of April, 3rd of April, 2nd of April.
Let's be sure. When is the
2nd of April?
When is the show? 2nd. Okay, all
right. The show is on the 2nd of April, so I don't think there's a sense dropping 31st and being in Nigeria 31st. So you have to actually be in like in the US 31st. So if WIZKID is going to be here for him in his absence, do you think there's sense to that? Anyways, that was it. I'll catch you guys on the very next one. Stay safe, guys, and Odumodu, you have to be careful.